Assalamualikum. Once again, good afternoon and good morning. Those of you joining from Nigeria and in India. So thank you so much for your time and efforts to join us today. I hope that these sessions will be more interactive. So if you have any questions to our today's topic, you can unmute yourself and you can ask your question. But if you are not talking, please mute your microphone. And at the end of the session, there will be Q&A. So if you have any questions, you also can ask there. So our today's topic, Mendeley for Reference Management, is organized by Mendeley and Advisor Community. So our today's guest speaker, Dr. Parul Kumar. She is a postdoctoral researcher at University Malaysia, Perlis, Malaysia, and assistant professor at Delhi Skills and Entrepreneurship University, India. Without taking much of your time, so directly I'll go to Dr. Parul. So welcome, doctor, and the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. So I hope everyone is doing great today. And I must say, if you are attending this workshop, that means, you know, there is some or the other of the issue which you are facing with respect to your references. So I'll try to help you out in that. And again, as Zorul said, that if you have any questions, anything, so I would request you to, you know, raise your hand. In between, I'll pause and ask for your questions. So don't worry about it. I'll try to clear all your doubts with respect to the referencing and the citations. To start, I just wanted to ask, you know, what is the clarity with all of you with respect to when we are talking about references and citations? So if you can, you know, write it on the chat, it will be great. Do all of you understand the difference between the references and the citations? So can I have a few of the answers on the chat, please? Or if somebody likes to unmute and speak, most welcome to do that. And if you do not know, so just write it, no, I do not know the difference between the references and the citations. Then also it will be great for me to start. So everyone, do you know the difference? No idea. Okay, I got one answer. What about the others? N-type citation. Okay, okay. I got another no. See, there are a handful of people in the session. So it will be great, you know, if you can interact with me, you will be able to understand the very fully, everything very clearly. Okay. See, manually it is fine. I'm just asking, you know, the difference between the two. Means are all of us know that what a citation is, what a reference is, because many a time people, you know, speak these words interchangeably, but they are totally different. You should not speak them interchangeably. They both of them have a different meaning attached to it. So the people who replied, I can say that you do not know the meaning of the references, the difference between both of them. So let's just quickly start with that. So citation, when we talk about, so you cite. Cite means you refer someone. So let's suppose you have read my paper and you liked it. It is related to your research. You want to add something which I have written. You want to use it in your literature or you want to quote it in your literature. In that case, you will give the credit to me because I am the person who did this, right? Who have written this paper, who have done the research in that particular area. So what you will do is you will give the credit to me. You will write it in your language, but you will give the credit to me. That credit is written in two ways. Both are together. They both go hand in hand. So the first thing is you cite me within your text. So you have written anything with respect to my literature. You have written it, let's suppose, in your literature review only. And there in the bracket, you give me a citation. That is Kumar 2022. So my paper, it is with my last name and the year. So that's simply a citation. But maybe in year 2022, I may have written n number of papers. So how will the other person reading your paper understand that which paper you have taken as a reference? So that Kumar 2022, when elaborated in detail, that is the title, the year, the journal name, the volume, the issue number, the page number, that becomes your reference. That this paper is considered or used in the present research. That is a reference. So citation is like a short thing, and the detailed version is the reference. That is the two differences between these two, citations and the references. Is it clear? Can I have a yes or no? So whenever you cite something, it will always be followed by a reference, always. It is not like that you have just written a citation, you will not give the reference. No. Once you cite it, then you will give the reference as well. So I hope it is clear. It is making sense to all of you. Great, great. Still, you do not you want more clarity? Please, most welcome to say that if you want more clarity. I'll give you the example also. When we start doing these two things now, I'll give you the example. And my one suggestion is that since you are understanding the Mendeley, so it will be great that all of you please be on your laptops only and do it alongside me. Once I start with the process, you do alongside me. That will be great. And you will never forget it then because you are doing it with the hands-on one. So it will be easy for you to remember as well. Okay, great. So the difference in both the things, is it very clear? Citation and reference go hand in hand, but their meanings are totally different. They're not same. Citation, we are giving a recognition. Detail of the recognition is coming in the references. Fine. Now, references, as one of you said that you are doing it using the manual process, that you write everything, then you do bold, italic, depending upon whether this reference is an APA format, it is in the IEEE format, it is in the Chicago format, so Harvard format, any format. But that's a very tedious task. See, let's understand this thing. You have sent a paper to, let's say, a journal in the elsewhere, and they take the citation as the APA referencing style. But because of some of the other reason, the paper got rejected. Then what? The other journal, you will look for the other journal. So let's suppose now you are sending to the Journal of Springer, and they said that we want the references to be in the Harvard style or maybe the IEEE style. What you will do? You will have to do all the references in the Harvard format. So again, a wastage of your precious time. Why? So that is why these reference management softwares come to your rescue. They will help you because with just one click, you can share all the references to any type of style you want. Just with one click. You do not have to write it on your own. You do not have to remember that, in the APA, the title of the journal should be italic, or, the DOI comes like this, or in the Harvard, the title of the paper should be bold. No, you do not have to remember it. It is inbuilt. You just have to tell the software that, I require the references in the APA, or I require the references in the Harvard, and it's done. It's so simple. So that is the usefulness of the reference management softwares. It saves your time. It saves your repetitive effort in making the references. It makes the citations very easy, and you can easily incorporate any journal's specific requirement with respect to, the references into the Mendeley itself. So it's very, very easy. So let's start with that. I will start sharing my screen and request all of you also to, work along with me. So I hope all of you can see my screen. It is at present mendeley.com. So all of you can simply type mendeley.com. If I may know how many will be working alongside me, so it will be great. If you can simply raise the hands. If you simply raise the hands, I will be able to understand that you are working along with me. Okay, only 1, 2. Okay. So 3 people said that they're working alongside me. Great. I would again request others also to do the same. It will be better for you. So once you go on mendeley.com, first thing, what you have to do is you simply have to sign in. If you do not have the account, then go for create an account. If you do not have the account, then simply go for create an account. It's very simple process. Once you create an account, once you create an account, it will ask you which email ID you want to work on. You click on continue. It will ask you to create a password, and very simple. The people who already have an account with the elsewhere also, that same ID is used in the Mendeley. It's a product of elsewhere. So you can use the same email ID and the password. So no need to have a different one for Mendeley. It will directly take your elsewhere ID. So simply just create a login. Once your login is created, sign in. Once your login is created, sign in to the Mendeley. Just wait. Once your login is created, just sign in to the Mendeley. So now if you see, I am logged in on the right side. My name is appearing. So I'm now logged in onto the mendeley.com. So first we will go for the web portion of the Mendeley, and then I will show you that when you do not have internet, but still you can have your references, you can still write your papers. So you do not every time require the internet working when you are working on the Mendeley. So this is your Mendeley. Now, first thing you have to do is you simply click on library. Click on the library. Once you click on the library, this kind of a structure appears. The people who are using it for the first time, they may not be seeing all these things which is already appearing on my mendeley.com because I am already using it. So that is why it is showing all my references and all. Yours will be the blank. It will not be having anything. It will be blank, right? So what the things you have to understand first is on the left side, see, there are many options. So these are your recently added papers will appear here. If you read some papers or recently read papers, you can mark the papers as favorite. And there is a trash, the papers which you have sent to delete it from your Mendeley. Now let's suppose you want to add the paper in the Mendeley. So one thing is, if you see on the left side, there is a collection. Right now, the collection will be empty for all of you. I have different collections. Why these are different collections? So understand them. These are like the different folders. Like in your desktop, in your, let's say, PCs, what you do is you have some different folders. We usually make folders with respect to each paper, each research paper we are writing. So we make one folder for that and keep all the things together for that specific research paper. So treat it as these collections as different research papers. So these are the folders. Within those folders, I have the papers with respect to that specific area only, because I do not want to search my whole Mendeley library. I will simply click on one of my folder and see, what papers are there, and whatever do, even open it, read it as I require. So this is the use of the folders. So the best thing always is to keep the Mendeley organized. Do not just add the papers anywhere, add them to a specific folder. So how you can create a folder is, if you see, there is option of new collection. See on the left side, new collection. Just simply click and make a new collection. So let's say I'm saying Malaysia workshop. So this is one folder which I am creating. This is one folder which I am creating. Malaysia workshop. So here it is. The folder is created. Now by default, the folder will have nothing because it is empty. We created it just now. Now I want to add the papers in this folder. So how I can add the papers in this folder? If you see, it is very clearly written, drag and drop the PDFs here to add the references to the collection. So there are different ways to add the papers to this folder. One simple way is that, let's suppose you have already downloaded the paper onto the desktops or onto your PCs, onto your laptops. You have already downloaded the papers. So the simplest way is take those papers, drag and drop here, simply. So first I'll show you that. Somebody wants to say something? Jamil, you want to say something? Your mic is unmute. Oh, thank you. Okay. So now the first and the foremost, I'll show you the simple drag and drop. So let's suppose I'll pick some of the papers which are on the desktop only. So let me pick the paper and put it onto the drag and drop. I'll just drag and drop. So let's say paper. So let me just open one of the folder. So let's suppose this is the paper. So I'll just pick, I'll drag, take it to my Mendeley, and can you see? It is showing the drop the files to add them to the Malaysia workshop. And I simply drag them and it's here. It's uploaded. See the beauty of the Mendeley? It automatically detects the title. It automatically detects the year, source, authors. And here it is. Both the papers with the simple drag and drop are added to the Mendeley. It will be with the date. So this is your paper. Now, if you see on the left side, the first paper author is not coming. So let's see why it is not coming. So it is quite a possibility, when the Elsewhere usually publishes the paper which has the COVID as a reference. So the first page belongs to the COVID information. And from the second page, the paper starts. So many a times the Mendeley is unable to read the author or the title because it takes the first page as the main page of the paper. So it is not opening, it is not telling me that this is the authors are available. So what I can do is, let me read this paper, that what is this, whether the title of the paper is mentioned or not. So here it is, the title is mentioned and there are these authors. So the Mendeley is unable to pick these authors. What I can do is, I can now write the authors on my own. I can simply type in their names. So let's suppose I'll copy it from here, go back to my library, click it again, and here I simply write the authors. Just click and keep on adding every author will come on the separate line. Every author will come on the separate line. So you just copy it from the paper and paste it here if it doesn't come on its own. If it doesn't come on its own. And if you see, the title is assessing and interpreting. And here the title coming is supplementary material for. So let's remove this. I don't need this. Exact title is this only. I hope this part is clear. Any questions? Any questions? So you just simply click on the title and this menu will appear. You can do the changes. You can add and delete the reference. You can add and delete the options. See, DOI is automatically being detected. Title is detected, author name. So you want to do any changes, the page number. See, the page number is not visible. Just see your paper. What are the page numbers? So you can edit it. You can edit it yourself. So it is 476. Let's add the page numbers. So it is 476 till 488. So I'll just click here. So 476 till 488. See, it is that easy. It is that easy to add all these things. Volume number is also missing. Let's add it. 106, issue number 3. And then simply click anywhere. The information is stored. It is updated in your library. So one caution I always give to everyone, when using the Mendeley, when you are adding the papers, just have a look whether the Mendeley has detected everything correctly or not. Because once you add them into your research paper, so then if the reference is wrong, the same will be added to your paper. So just go through it, just have a look at it. It will be great for all of you to be very clear that title is correct, the year is correct, the author is correct, the source is correct, volume issue number are appearing, page numbers are appearing, DOI is appearing. Fine. And let's suppose I want to mark it as a favorite. So what I'll do is, if you see the small stars, small stars, so just simply click. So this is your favorite reference. So now these favorite reference will also appear on the left side. There is a menu of favorites. So if you click on the favorites, see, these are my favorite references, which I used to read, which I used to refer, let's suppose, or anything. So you can mark them as your favorite references. Any question till now? Any question till now?
Ma'am, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am, I have a question here. Like, suppose if I have many PDFs, so how do I do it at once?
This is what I did it two papers together. So you select n number of papers. See, I'm selecting all the papers. I'm simply dragging and then dropping it on my Mendeley. See, 12 copies, 12 papers are directly getting uploaded.
Okay, ma'am.
You simply select all of them together. Okay.
Right.
Any other question, anyone?
Hi, ma'am.
Yes.
I can just select it, and when I try to drop it, it doesn't get dropped.
Any error it is showing?
Yes, doctor.
Any error it is showing to you?
No, it doesn't show any error.
To see what maybe you are doing wrong. See, these are selected ones.
Yeah.
Now click and drag. Do not leave your mouse. The mouse is still pressed. Do not leave the mouse. Then Alt Tab, take it to your Mendeley. Take it to your Mendeley. And now if you see this, the border is now getting totally blue. And it is showing me that drop the files to add to Mendeley workshop. Can you see this?
No. It's just
You cannot.
plain. No, I cannot drop there. The interface gets opened.
No, you are using the .com or the Mendeley Reference Manager desktop version?
Yes, the desktop version.
So desktop version also you will be able to drag and drop. It may be, you are just not, the papers are not getting highlighted or something. Otherwise, it will not be a problem.
Actually, I'm
just
doing
try
the same
to do
thing.
it again.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
I'll try to show you on the Mendeley Reference Manager desktop version also. There also you will see we will be able to import them very easily.
Okay.
I'll try. First, let's get through this online version and then I'll show you that as well. Fine. So two things you understood. How to add a new folder to the Mendeley. How to add the papers to the Mendeley with just simply drag and drop from your PC. Fine. And the next thing you understood is how to correct the papers details issue. That if it is not coming, for example, here also, if you see this is one of the paper, the authors are not coming, the publication details are not coming. So I'll simply double click. It will open up in my Mendeley only. See, it is opening up in my Mendeley only. So why it is not coming up? Because it's the manuscript draft. It is a draft, it is a paper which is being used, which is being a blinded manuscript, which is being sent for the review. That is why the author names and the details are not coming. Got it? So let's suppose I want to delete this paper. So I'll simply highlight it. And here, if you go for the last, see on the bottom, see at the bottom, it is written delete. So I'll simply click on delete. The paper gets deleted. That's it. Fine. Another option for adding the papers from, click add new. If you are unable to drag and drop or there is an issue, it is not being done, then you can use this process as well. Click on add new, this left side, see, add new, files from the computer. Click on files from the computer. It will ask you where your file is. It will ask you where your file is. So let's suppose I'm opening. Here are my files. So I am just clicking on the paper and I'm clicking on open. I'm clicking on open. And if you see, it gets uploaded. So the first paper, it is coming here. This gets uploaded. So this is also another way to add the papers. If you are unable to drag and drop, simply go for add new. Now let's suppose many a times, you have a reference from the magazine or any report also is there, and you do not have it on your PC, maybe online it is available. So how you can add? Or you have, some journals, older journals were only the paper journals. They do not have the online reference. So you do not have the soft copy of that. So how will you add that? So in that case, what we do is we click on add new, and then we go for add the entry manually. Now here it is. It will ask you for some identifiers so that it can populate the detail for you. If you do not have it, then simply type in all the details. So let's suppose you want to add a book or maybe a book section or any, conference proceeding. So there are not many options. The details of the patent you want to add. So simply click on the patent, give the title, who are the authors, year, issuer, institution, which country patent is this, and the details which all you have. So once you enter the details, the entry will be added. So let's suppose I want to add newspaper article. So give the title of the newspaper article, in which newspaper it got published, in which year, which month. So whichever date is available to you, it is not necessary that you fill in all the details, but please understand title, author, publication, year, volume, issue number, page number. These are the most important things and requirements, major requirements for every type of the reference, which should be there. So you can simply write it. Or if I want to add the entry that, Mendeley tried to search for this paper. So simply type in the identifier. Identifier is or the Zarvik ID, DOI, PMID. So you can add the IDs here. So let's add one of the IDs here and let's see whether the paper, whether the journal is, the Mendeley is able to, find that paper. So let's suppose this is one of the paper. So let me just copy the DOI. Let me just take it to the Mendeley and paste the DOI here and let the Mendeley to search. See, the Mendeley has found this paper. The metadata is found. And if you see journal article, the title is added, the authors are added, volume number, issue number, everything is added. So this is also a possibility. This is also a possibility. Okay. So you can add even a web page as well. But for adding a web page, I'll give you a better option, not through the manually entry. I'll give you the option how you can add the papers web page which are available online. That is the next thing which we will do. So these things are clear till now. Any questions to anyone? The papers you recently add will appear in the recently added papers as well. These are the papers which we added just now. So these will appear recently. Fine. Otherwise, the papers you marked as favorite will appear as favorites here. and red papers will come here. And specific folders, here are your specific folders. So these are your folders you want to add. You can arrange these papers. Arrange means if you click on year-wise, it will sort year-wise. See the latest year coming first. If you want to sort them with respect to the days you added, so click on the added, it will sort it like that. So it is very easy. Nidhi, you want to ask something?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. I have
Good
one
afternoon.
small doubt. Now, example, if you're adding research papers, the
Mhm.
source is showing on the basis of journal, say Journal of Management. If you're adding a web page or a news article, will there be a difference in how the source is shown? My only doubt is
Yes.
because I have not been able to, I'm still doing it. So, will the source be
Yes,
shown
yes,
differently? If yes,
I will show you.
how?
This is the next thing which I'm going to show you, that how you can add a
Okay.
web page.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank
Yeah.
you, ma'am.
So till now, this is clear, right? So let's move to the next part of the Mendeley. So this is one thing. Now, the next part is how I can add the papers directly from online. You know, I'm not downloading the papers. It is there. It is online available. Even the full version is available, or let's say full version is not available. Only the abstract is available. So I want to add it as a citation. I want to add it as a reference in my paper. How can I do that? For that, first I'll take you to the Mendeley search engine only. So let's go to the Mendeley search and let's find out, by using the Mendeley search, how you can directly download the papers, how you can directly add those papers. So when we go to the Mendeley when we go to the mendeley.com, the original landing page. So here, if you see, there is an option for search for the articles. So let's suppose here I search for the articles related to the fintech. I'll click on search and see the papers are coming. And the beauty of Mendeley is it tells you, how many people have this paper in their Mendeley already. 170 readers means 170 Mendeley users have this paper in their Mendeley. 6 citations this paper has. You can arrange them. You can just only want 2022 papers. You can add the filters. You want only journals, so you just add the journal filter. So it will keep on filtering and give you the desired ones. So let's suppose this is the paper. Now you want to add it to your library. So if you see below every paper, you have the option to add it to the library. So you do not have to do anything. Just click on add to the library and see it is now added. If you see view in the library. So if I click on view in the library, it will again take me to my library and the paper will open up in my library. See, here we are back again. In my library, this is the paper. Sorry, this is not the paper. Wait. This is the paper we added, governing the fintech and the fintech governance, and it is added already into my Mendeley. I didn't did anything. I just went there. I selected which paper I want, and I simply clicked on add to the library. So it is added to the library. Now your next question is in which folder it gets added. So when you go for the Mendeley directly, so it adds in all references. Now, if you want, you can move the paper to the specific folder. How you can move it? So you can click on organize and add to the collection. In the collection, it will ask you where you want to add this paper. So I want to add this paper to the Malaysia workshop and I click on add. So if you see your workshop folder, see here are the first 2 papers. They got added already. All references will show all references without a bifurcation of the folders. Your specific folders will have the papers only related to that specific area. I hope this part is clear. Any questions in adding how to add the papers directly from the Mendeley? So you can search the research papers using the Mendeley as well. They also have a good database of the papers. Majority of papers you will find with open access as well. The PDFs will be available to you. So it will be very easy for all of you. Any questions till now? Any problems? This Till now, I am making sense to everyone. This is clear. No questions?
I have a question, ma'am.
Yes, please.
I want to know this you have done using the Mendeley browser, but can we do it from other browser if
Yes,
you are
yes.
using?
Yes, I will show
The
you
same.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything you
Okay.
will be able to do it. Now let's say you want to add the papers from Google Scholar. You want to add the papers from, let's say, Scopus database. You want to add the papers from elsewhere, Science Direct. So how you can do that? They will also directly get added into your Mendeley. For that, what all of you have to do is, on the landing page of the Mendeley, if you go down, there are 3 downloads which are important for all of you. Can you see these 3 downloads? All of you will have to download these 3 things. So the first thing you will download is go for web importer. All of you on the mendeley.com landing page, just go down, just scroll the side. So here in the end, there are 3 things which are available to you for downloads. So first download the web importer. We'll do one by one, okay? So first click on the web importer. This page will appear. In this, click on get the web importer for Chrome. I am working on Chrome browser only. So it is directly showing me get it for Chrome. If you're working on some other browser, it will show you like that. Now, if you see here from on my page, it is showing remove from the Chrome because I have already added it. If you see on the top, can you see? On the top left side, it is coming Mendeley, the red icon, the Mendeley web importer. For you, it will be coming download or install it for the Chrome. So just simply go on that, just click on it and install it. Everyone, just click on it and install it. Once you install, it will appear here. And if it is not appearing here, then please click on this icon, extensions icon, and pin it. Pin the extension. Pin the web importer extension. Is everyone on the same page? Are you able to do it? Are
Yes,
you able to
ma'am.
add the web importer? Everyone? Anybody facing any problem with respect to the web importer? Okay. So I guess all of you will now have this small red icon in your browsers. Now, how to use this small icon? It will be of great use to all of you. How? Let's see. Let me just take this back. Now, let's suppose I'm going for scholar.google.com. Fine. Here I am searching for the papers. So let me search for any type of papers. So let's say I am saying I'm looking for behavioral finance papers. So I clicked. This is your Scholar, Google Scholar, right? So I'm clicking on the latest papers. So these are the latest papers which are coming, right? So let's click any of the paper. So let's suppose I'm clicking this paper. So this is opening. Now I want to add this paper. I do not want to download this. I want to add this paper to my Mendeley for my further references. How I can add that? And if you see, this is a thesis. It is a bachelor thesis which is coming up. So it is not a journal article. It is a thesis which is coming up. So how you can add that? You click on that red Mendeley web importer icon. Once you click, it will take a minute to actually log in. And the same login will be used. The login which you used for the mendeley.com, the same. And if already the Mendeley is logged in, it will automatically log in you. See, it has automatically logged in me. Now I want to add this. And if you see, it has automatically detected it. Testing the relationship. This is the same. It has detected. See here. Now what you want to do is you want to select that which folder it should get added. So let's click on this drop down. Let's select the folder. So I'm selecting the Malaysia workshop folder. It is done. I've selected it. Now, how to add it? How to add? Click and simply click on add. Click, simply click on add. But one caution here, like this is a thesis. So it should not be directly taken as the journal, because many a times Mendeley usually takes almost everything like a journal, specifically the PDFs when we talk about. So you have to cross verify that. How to verify? Just click on this small pen like an icon, edit the reference, and if you see, it is adding it as a journal article. No, it is not a journal article. It is a thesis. So I will click on the thesis. Is this point clear to everyone? This is the important thing you will have to check to make sure that you are adding the correct type. Please, any questions? Any questions? Great. So once you click on add, this will get added to that workshop folder. If I want to show you, I'll go back to my Mendeley reference and see the first one, Jacob. We just added it and it is appearing. Fine. So you can likewise add any of the papers from the Google Scholar to your Mendeley. Let me show you another one. Let's add another one. So let's add this one. This is Journal of Pharmaceutical Negative Ones. So this is the paper which is appearing. So let's click on the Mendeley icon again. And Mendeley will take buffer. Mendeley will try to detect on its own that you know which kind of a reference you are looking for. And here it is. And inside the paper is detected. The author is detected, volume number, issue number. Now, let's check that. Just for once, it is a journal article, yes. Page numbers, correct. Now see, the volume numbers, it has not taken the volume number. So let's add it here only. Volume number, issue number. Let's see, it has added the DOI or not. See, the DOI, it is already added. And now I'll click on add. So it is added. So I'm not downloading any of the paper. If I want to read it, if the full version is available, I can read the same within the Mendeley only. And Mendeley automatically syncs. See, here it is. Mendeley automatically syncs. And if you think that it is not able to sync, see the small icon just beside my name. If you see the small icon, so if you will simply click on this, it will sync. So whatever you are adding using the web importer or whatever you will add in the offline version of the Mendeley, all of them will be synced together. Fine. Let me give you another example. Now let's suppose you want to add the papers from the Science Direct. You want to add the papers from the Science Direct. No, let's search. Let's not add the paper. Let's search the paper. So this is the Science Direct search engine. So let's suppose I want to search the papers. So I'm saying skilling in India, and I am searching the papers related to this. So here the papers are coming. I'm saying just, show me for 2022, 2023. So here are the papers which are coming. I only want to look for the research articles, not review articles. So these are the papers which are coming. And you see, the green dot means it is an open access paper. Now let's suppose I want to add the paper. I want to add the paper from here to my Mendeley. How can I add it? Again, click on the Mendeley, select. Now if you see, the papers which are coming here, Mendeley has detected all of them. So if you want to add 2-3 papers together, simply click the boxes. simply click this small check boxes and the papers will automatically, can you see 3, 4, 5? I have selected 5 papers and I'm clicking on add. The papers whose PDF is available, automatically the Mendeley will also consider it. Now let's go to Mendeley back again and see the beauty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your 5 papers already got added together. Any questions, anyone?
Ma'am, could you please
Yes.
show this once again?
Yes. So we went to the Science Direct. We selected the papers. You simply click on the Mendeley. You simply click on the check boxes just beside the papers. Simply click on the check boxes. So as many check boxes you want to click, you can click. These papers relate to your research. So click and simply click on add. These will be added. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
See,
Thank you.
these are added. Any other question, anyone? This part is clear. So you understood how to add the papers directly from Mendeley. You understood how to add the papers directly from the Google search, Google Scholars, from the Science Direct, and likewise you can directly follow it with respect to Scopus also. Now let's suppose you want to add article. Let's suppose you want to add an article. So let's suppose I'm saying the articles on fintech adoption. So here is the article. This is the article which is appearing in The Economist. So this is the web link. This is the web link. Oops, the article is not coming. Let's click any of the article. So this is one of the article. It is appearing. You want to add this article to your research. This is what many people asked, that how I can add the web page. Again, click on your Mendeley. It will try to give you a reference. Can you see? Title is coming and the details. And the most important thing when we are accessing the web pages is that it comes on which date you accessed it. So it is coming 26th of February, I accessed it. So let's click on edit. And if you see, it is by default, the reference type is web page. And if you know who is the author, please put the author names there. If it is written there, then please put the author name. Publication, which is the publication? So publication details is The Economist. It is The Economist. Which date, year in which it is published? See, February 22nd, 2023. So let's put 2023. Pages no. Here it is, February. So it is February and date is 22nd. And the most important thing is the day accessed. It will not be available for you to edit because Mendeley automatically detects the dates and it freezes it. So you cannot check that. Website URL, it is written here, website URL is there. DOI, ISBN, it doesn't come for the web pages. So this your reference is added as the web page. And let's say The Economist and add. Let's see the Mendeley. And here it is. Since we have not added the author, so the author is coming blank. Please, questions here. The people who asked how I can add the reference, how I can add the web pages. Do you understood how you can add the web page? Yes or no, please. It will be a really help to me to understand that all of you are understanding. See, I'm that kind of a teacher or a faculty, you can say, who keeps on nagging, its students. Do you understood? Do you have any problem? So you have to reply. So all of you have to reply to that. Great, great. So all of you understood. See, likewise, anything you see online, even a video also, anything, you want to add it as a reference, Mendeley gives you the option to add them. So there is a very good things, see the web page here, we are working on the web page only. So it gets fixed. It gets fixed. Already we have added it as a reference. So it is now fixed. The reference is already there. Is this clear? Yeah, it is, for you, it is usually the free. Mendeley is giving this storage for free because it is not actually storing these papers. These papers are already there online, available in the repositories, they are available. So here it is giving you a reference. So instead of keeping all the papers in your desktops, crunching the space in your desktop, put it on the Mendeley. Mendeley will happen. Mendeley will take care of it. So you do not have to dedicate the space on your PCs for the research papers from now onwards. Just put it here. It will be readily available to you. You just have to log in and you can easily have your references. Fine. So you understood the web version of the Mendeley. You understood the web importer we talked about with respect to the Mendeley. So with the web importer, I can add the papers from anywhere. And if let's suppose I have shown you the papers you can directly add to the Science Direct. Let me show you one more thing. So let's suppose you open the paper. Many a times you get the links of the paper, to read it. So let's suppose you have opened the paper. Now how you can add this paper? Again, just simply click on the Mendeley. Because many times you do not want to add the paper with the title. You want to read through the paper. You want to understand whether actually it relates to your research or not. So just simply click on the paper, then open the Mendeley web importer, and here it is. It will identify. It will identify the reference and it will add it. Is this clear? Any
Yes,
question?
yes, clear.
And on the paper also there is an option called as add to Mendeley. There also we can use, I think, Uma.
Where?
Below the title, there is a option
Here
called
also.
as add to. Yeah.
Because when you have you are working already on this site, which is the elsewhere site only. So
Yes,
elsewhere,
yes.
everything is linked. So that is why by default, it will show you this option.
Okay.
So you can directly click from here. The papers, when you are elsewhere, it will directly show you add to the Mendeley. Because it is the product of the elsewhere only.
Okay.
Fine. So now coming back, now all of you have to download the next thing, which is your reference manager. Reference manager. So you download the Mendeley Reference Manager. See, don't worry about the space. You will have ample amount of space for your papers to get added. So don't worry about that. Simply click on Reference Manager. Now you have to download this. This will help you to have your Mendeley when the internet is not working. So it is an offline version of whatever the Mendeley Reference Manager you have seen. It is the offline version. So simply click on download now. All of you, Mendeley Reference Manager, click on download now. Once you download it, then also download citation plugin. Also download citation plugin, which is known as Mendeley Cite. Also download the citation plugin, which is known as Mendeley Cite. So click on get the Mendeley Cite. Click on get the Mendeley Cite and then get it now. I already have this added. So you simply have to download it. Please download these two quickly. Now, once you download it, double click to install and it will appear like this. So now this is the offline version of your mendeley.com. And if you see the papers which we have added today, all the papers, if you see, these are all the papers which we added today. If you see the time, These are all the papers we added. This is the latest web page we added, Facebook one. It has automatically being updated into my Mendeley offline version because the internet is working. So it automatically got synced. It automatically got synced. So all the references which we added, it is already appearing in my Mendeley Reference Manager. Fine. And if you see the interface, this interface is exactly the same as it is on mendeley.com. Same thing. Same, you have that Malaysia workshop folder here also, which we created online. So if you created here, it will appear online. If you create online, it will appear in the offline version as well. Same things, add new files from the computer, or you can add it from the manually, or you can import with respect to the bib text file or the endnote file as well. So you can directly import. If you have a bib text file for reference, you directly import that as well. Any questions in installing and understanding the framework of the Mendeley Reference Manager? Any questions? Are we good to go ahead?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you repeat again the Mendeley site?
Mendeley site, I have not explained you right now.
Okay.
I will explain you Mendeley site. I just told you to just download the Mendeley site.
Right,
From
ma'am.
downloads, just download and install the Mendeley site. That's it. So Mendeley Reference Manager, this is the offline version. So whenever you do any changes online, once you click on sync or once your internet is connected in your laptop or the desktop, it automatically gets synced. All the same features are available. See, everything is same. And one more feature I want to tell you of both the ones is you can read the papers directly. You can read the papers directly, double click it. It will open it in the Mendeley, and you can even, highlight them. You can even highlight them. So this is the paper which is open, let's suppose. So you want to highlight, make a notes. If you see here on the top, there is an option. On the top, there is an option, highlight the text. So if I simply click on highlight the text, let's suppose this is the important text and I want to use it in my paper. So it is being highlighted. If you want, you can change the colors here. The colors are mentioned here. So you can change the colors. So anything with respect to your customization, you can do it.
Ma'am, there was a technical lag at my end. Can you just tell me how to download the Mendeley site?
Again, from downloads only.
Okay.
From downloads only, you will find an option with respect to the Mendeley site. See, citation plugin.
Okay, citation plugin. Okay, right.
Click on citation plugin, then go on get Mendeley site. Okay, so this is how you can highlight. You can read the paper within the Mendeley only. No need to download the paper. You want to make the notes. You want to keep the comments. So let's suppose I have clicked on this. You see, left side top. I have clicked on this to add a comment. So I click here. So I add in a comment. So comment is add in the LR. Add this content in the LR. Simply click. So a note is added. A note is added. So this is also a nice feature that you can have these notes added. You can add, see, one point is there. This is my notebook. I have added it. See, whatever note I am adding, it keeps on adding. Important. Read again. So this is a note I want to add. So it will get added. All the comments will get added. Any questions? And this will remain with your paper. So even if you close this and you open it again, these will appear. See, I opened it again. these will appear. So any annotations, anything you want to keep for your ready reference, you can do that as well into your Mendeley. Any questions? Any questions till now? See, many a times, if message is there that you have already exhausted the limit of the Mendeley papers. So see, all the papers you will not be reading it. You must have read it. You must have done your research with respect to that. So you can remove those papers from your Mendeley. You do not want it. The paper is published. You read it. Now you would not be requiring it. So simply, delete that collection. You can simply click on here and delete that collection. Fine, you can simply click on any folder. Do not want to it, so please delete that collection. Okay, so you can have your space back, because once the paper is complete, so you can please go ahead with that. Done. So this is your Mendeley Reference Manager, the offline version, exactly the same, everything same. So whatever you have understood there, same is applicable here. Now, the last thing which we are going to understand is with respect to how we have to add the references and the citations. Now, the next important thing which we have to do. So for that, let me open one document. Just give me 1 minute, okay? So let's suppose this is a paper you are writing, you are working on. Fine. Now you want to add, you are writing it and you want to add the references and everything in this. So how you can add it? If you see right now, manually it is coming. See, manually it is written, because if it is done with the help of software, these will highlight. And how these will highlight, let me show you. Once all of you downloaded and install the Mendeley site, it will come here in the references tab of the Word. In the references tab of the Word, MS Word, you will see the Mendeley site. In the references tab, everyone click on the references tab. I hope all of you have downloaded. All of you have downloaded the Mendeley site. Is it coming? The Mendeley site is coming at everyone's place. In the references tab, last, in the end, you will find the Mendeley site. Is it available with everyone?
Yes, doctor, yes.
It is available?
Yep.
Okay, great. Everyone done? Okay, great. So now let's suppose I want to add a citation, the papers which we have already added. I want to add those citations. I want to add those papers here. So how I can add it? Click on the Mendeley, like I am doing it. Just click on the Mendeley. See the select the folder, like I have selected the folder Malaysia Workshop. Select the folder Malaysia Workshop. Under the Malaysia Workshop, if you see, all those things are coming. All our papers which we have added, all are already coming here. Can you see it? It is there. On the right hand side, all the papers are coming. See? Now we will simply select any of the paper, add it as a citation, and the reference is also added.
Doctor, we can't see your screen.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay,
sorry.
thank you.
Yeah, just a minute, just a minute. I thought it is already sharing. Now, are you able to see it? No, I think I.
Not yet, not yet.
No, not yet. Now, just give me 1 minute. I don't know why it is not showing. Just 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. There is a lag from my side in the Word. Is the screen now visible to everyone?
Yes, yes.
Yep. Yes.
Great. Great. So see, this is the Mendeley site. All of you must have been asked to log in into the Mendeley site. So use the same login ID which we have used it in the elsewhere and the Mendeley Reference Manager. Then you have to select your folder, or if you do not want to select your folder, that is also fine. It will search the whole Mendeley for you. But I already know that my papers with respect to this respective study is in this folder only. So I have selected the workshop folder. Now in the workshop folder, see, all the papers are by default coming. Now, once you add the reference using a Mendeley, it will appear like this. Can you see it as a highlighted one? See, it is already a highlighted one. And once you click on these, on the right hand side, if you see, the citation is coming. The citation is coming. Once you select it, the citation is coming. So that's the beauty of the Mendeley. Now, how you can add them? So let's suppose here you want to add a citation. I want to add a citation here. And this is the citation which I want to add. I simply checkbox, in the checkbox, I simply click. It will get highlighted. And if you see below, it is written Gupta et al. 2023. I click on insert the citation. Once you click on insert, see, automatically it got added Gupta et al. 2023. You do not have to do anything. You do not have to type it. Once this is done, it is there. This is it. Add it. Now, many a times you have, citations, 2-3 citations together, you want to add it. How you can add 2-3 citations? So let's suppose you want to add it here, or let me add it here only. I want to add another citation with Gupta and all. So I'll select another paper. And if you see the now 2 papers are coming together, or let's add 3 papers. So I'm added 3 papers together. So let me remove this. 3 papers I've added. Now I click on save the changes. Once you click on save the changes, can you see the multiple citations are already coming together for you? You do not have to write it. It is by default in the format. Please ask me the question till here. Did you understood how I simply added the citation? The research paper is already in the Mendeley Reference Managers. So now I simply add it here in my Word document where I'm writing, and the citation automatically gets added in the appropriate format. Now, if you want to ask that which referencing style it is following, so if you see on the top, citation styles is there. So right now it is following the APA 7th edition. So now let's suppose you want to change it to the IEEE, or maybe, to any other journal or anything, Vancouver style, or you want to search for any other style. So see, search for another style. Here, right, Howard. It will search that which style you are looking for. It is Emerald Howard you are looking for. It is Elsewhere Howard you are looking for. Which Howard style? Or you are looking for Cite Them Right with the 12th edition Howard style. So I'll click on Cite Them with the 12th edition style. And I click on Update these citation styles. Can you see the difference? Earlier, the Gupta
Excuse me,
was
Doctor.
Yes.
What about the narrative in-text citations?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
The
I will tell
narrative.
you narrative ones. Yes, I will tell you. Just go one by one. So these are the
Thank you.
in-text citations. These are the in-text citations. And if you see the difference in the APA, the reference which you have added first, which is Gupta was coming, then the Kumar was coming, then the Thomas was coming. Now, when we are talking about the Howard, so all of them are arranged in the alphabetical manner. Now, Kumar is coming first, then Gupta, then Thomas. And APA goes for more than, if you have more than 2 authors, it goes for the et al. So earlier it was coming Gupta et al. Fine. Now it is only coming Gupta, Datta, and Kothe. 3 authors. So all the 3 names are coming. So this is how you can see the change in the references. Now let's suppose I again changes to IEEE. IEEE goes for the numbering one. So I click on Update the citation. Can you see? It takes only a minute, or not a minute even, a second, to just convert your reference to any kind of style you want. So now this is 1, 2, 3. And where you can find these? So at the end of the document, if you see, these are my other citations which have already been added into this paper. So here it is 1, 2, and 3. Referencing style as per the IEEE automatically added here. If you see here, the journal name is in italic, the page number, the DOI, and everything. And if you change back to the APA, it will change. I'm clicking on APA. Now it will change again. See, APA goes for the alphabetic one. So the A alphabet comes first. So this is how this reference managing thing, Mendeley, makes your life easy with respect to adding the references. So this is about in-text references, single reference, 2 reference, 3 reference, and number of references together. Now let's suppose many a times you go for the narrative references where the author is saying something. So if you see here, additionally, Sherawat, Madhu, Talan are saying something. So these are narrative ones. The author is saying something. So if you want to add the author-centric reference, how author-centric citation, so how you can add that? So here, if I want to add the author-centric citation, how I can add that? So if I search this reference here, it is here Rawat. So it is not coming, maybe it is from the other document. It is not coming in the Malaysia one. So if I'll go for all the references. So here, if you see, this is the reference which is already added. So here is my reference. Now what I want to do is, let me delete this reference from here. The reference is added. Now you want to say this author said something. Fine. So how you can add it? You click here. If you will directly click on save the change, it will directly add the citation with a name. Fine. But now you do not want it as a name. You only want the year to come because name is already written. Name is already written. Now I want to add it only. So how I can add? Just 1 minute. Let me try and add it at some other place. I don't know why it is not adding it there. So here it is. So now if I simply click on insert one citation, if you see, it is added Sehrawat et al. But you do not want the citation to appear like this. Why? Because the name is already written here. So the next thing which comes should be, it should be like this only. So how to make it like this? Once when you are adding the reference, there is an option, which is you click on the reference and it will take you, you click on the reference and it will take you to the edit the reference. In edit the reference, simply click on suppress the author. Click on suppress the author. Once you click on suppress the author and save the changes, only the year will come. Only the year will come. If you see, it is coming 2021A. Why A is coming? Because Mendeley has detected this reference twice. So earlier one was already added. Now you added the same references. You added, the Mendeley says that you have a same paper. You added it again. So that is why it is pointing at A. That is why it is pointing it at A. Is this clear to everyone? How to add the author-centric reference, or we say as narrative reference? I'll show you another one again. Let's suppose we want to add the another narrative. So let's suppose, let's select any other paper. So this is the paper we want to add. So here the author is written. So let's suppose we are saying that so-and-so said this thing. So we are writing that Consul A et al. Has said this thing. Now the citation should come. So I'll simply click on this. I'll click on suppress the author and I'll click save changes and the insert. See here, your author narrative reference is added. And if you go to your references, so let's check whether it is being added there or not. So here it is. Here it is. It is already updated. Questions? Questions, please. The people who may be asking that how the references are coming, since this has already added the references, so they are automatically getting updated. Once I'm adding more references, my citations references are automatically getting updated. So for the first time, what you have to do is you have to click on these three dots in the Mendeley site. In these three dots, you have to click on insert the bibliography. Once you click on insert the bibliography, all the citations you have added till now in the paper, it will appear as the references. See here, I just clicked and all the references which are being added, it's coming here. Questions, please.
Ma'am, sorry.
Yes.
Can you repeat again? How did you suppress the citation?
Okay, I'll repeat again. So let's suppose we have to add author narrative reference here, citation here. So what I'm saying is I want to add this. I want to add it here, or let's say I want to, no, Gupta is already added. So let's add something different so that you understand the difference. So let's suppose I am writing with respect to the author. The author is Brown, if you see. So I'm citing that Brown said that, yeah, Brown, so and so, it should come like this, right? So I will not write it on my own. I'll just written the name of the author. I'm saying concluded that, okay. So I'm here, I'm just want to add the citation of the Brown. So I select the reference. I click on the citation which comes below, and then I click on suppress the author. Just simply tick on suppress the author. Click save changes and then insert the citation. And here it is, Brown 2022. Is it clear now?
Clear. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question, anyone? Any other question, anyone? So how to use the Mendeley site is clear to everyone. How you can add the citations, how you can change the style of the referencing, be it APA, IEEE, or any other kind of referencing, anything. How to add the multiple citations together, how to suppress the author when you are working for author-centric citations. Any questions? No questions? So I'm assuming everything is clear to everyone. So the last thing which I want to tell you is, now let's suppose while working, you realize that, you need to add more papers, that whatever references you are using, it's fine, but still you require more papers, or you come across some other paper, which you add in your reference manager offline or be it online. How will you incorporate them in your Mendeley site? Mendeley site will not update automatically like the Mendeley Reference Manager or the Mendeley.com. For Mendeley site to update, you have to tell Mendeley site to please get updated. For example, let's add one paper. Let's add one paper in the Mendeley and then ask Mendeley site to update. Okay. So what I'm doing is, let's find one paper. So let's suppose this is the paper. This is a Springer paper. I'm clicking on Mendeley citation plugin, Mendeley Web Importer plugin. It has detected it. I'm adding it to the Mendeley workshop. Okay. So I have added it to the Mendeley workshop. It is done. Let's see whether the Mendeley Reference Manager online has updated. Yes, this is the paper we just added right now. So it got updated. Let's go to the offline version of the Mendeley Reference Manager and see the beauty. Here it got updated automatically. Here also it got updated automatically. Fine. So this is added now. For Mendeley's site, see if you will search directly. So this paper is Libby. So let's search it with the author in the Mendeley site. So I'm coming back to my Word document and I am writing, see, Mendeley site is unable to find this paper. However, it is already added in your Mendeley Reference Manager and the .com as well. So how you can incorporate that? For that, click on these three dots in the Mendeley site and click on Update from the library. So once you click on Update, the Mendeley site will update. And if you see, updating the references from the reference manager, and you see your first paper, there's Libby, which is now being added into the Mendeley site, and you can add this paper as your citation. See? Got it? So while working also, if you want to add new papers, these can be added like this. Any questions?
Sorry, I have question. So this Mendeley site, it's only work for words in online version, isn't it?
No. See, it is working right now. If you will stop your internet, then also you have to log in. First, you have to log in. See, for Mendeley site to work, you require an elsewhere login. That is an important thing. Same for the Mendeley Reference Manager, you should be logged in. If you see, in the Mendeley Reference Manager also, you have to be logged in. Then only it will work. Once you logged in, then the data is already there. It will not get updated. If the internet is not working, it will not get updated. That is the only thing. Otherwise, it will work. Don't worry about it. Once it is logged in, you can very well work with respect to the references which are already available. You get my point? So let's suppose if I stop the internet right now and add something in my online version. But let's suppose in the desktop, the internet is not working. I have added in the online version in somebody else's laptop or at some other PC, right? It will not get sync with my offline version till the point I do not start my internet. That is the only thing. But the references which are already there will be available to me for use. Okay?
I see. But because I tried to insert the Mendeley site reference into my offline words in my desktop, but there's no option button for the Mendeley site.
No, for that, what you have to do is, if you remember, you have to log in. Mendeley site without logging in will not work. Once you logged in, whenever you start for the first time the Mendeley site, let's suppose if I close this document, I'll open this document again, and the elsewhere is not working on my browser, or my Mendeley Reference Manager is also not on. So Mendeley site will ask me to please log in. So without the login, it will not work, because everything is taken care by that login only. Na? Your data is within that login only. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other question, anyone? So these 3 dots will help you insert your references at the point where you want. It will help you in updating your library if you do any changes, any updation in your papers. Citation settings, you can change the citation language. It is UK, you can change it to the other language. You can change the citation styles, whichever style you want to have. And these are your references which appear.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Yes.
About the bibliography, I try to insert bibliography.
And try to insert the videography.
Yeah, is through the Mendeley site, right?
But then you have to first have it as a reference in the Mendeley.
Yeah. But they're written in journal, like what the title in journal. Why it occur in the word in during the in the reference text there?
You have changed that reference to the video? Have you changed?
No.
See here, when we click on this, on the top it is showing it as a journal article.
Okay.
So you have to, yeah, you need to make it like particular. A film, you know. Yeah, right. Particular thing. If it is a film, you have to make it as a film. If it is a television broadcast.
No wonder. Okay, I understand now. Understood. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other question? Yeah, Mendeley is not working with the older versions of the Word documents. So if you have the newer version, then the Mendeley is working. For 365 also, yes, it works great with the 365. But if you go for the latest version of Word also, then also the Mendeley is working. Any other question, anyone? No questions? No questions? Yes.
Ma'am, like for the citation Mendeley site, what we were talking about, like once we write a paper, when we are writing a paper, so that do we have to open it here in the site and then do the referencing, the citation part?
See, when you are writing in the Word, if you already have the papers added in the Mendeley Reference Manager, right? So you should open the site along with it. And doing it side by side would be great. See, whenever I write a paper, I always do the citation together. I'm writing a paper there, and then only I cite which paper from which I am taking this content actually.
Okay.
I then and there do it. I do not wait for my whole paper to complete and then start from the scratch to do the citations. I do it side by side.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Because I could not follow it here because as when I opened this Mendeley site on the left hand side, like you have an article on your left hand side when you open the Mendeley site, I'm unable to find. So is that the reason that my paper is
You are unable,
not
unable to find it where?
on the left hand side? Like, can you just open the Mendeley site what you have shared it just
Just a
now?
minute. Just a minute. Please, here it is.
Yeah, here on the left hand side, like on the right hand side, you have the Mendeley site where we have the papers. Like I have 4 selected and put in the reference. So on the left hand side, you have a text.
Yes.
On your screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about that.
See, this is a text. This is my research paper.
Yeah. So
This is my
how do we
research.
get?
See, once you are opening a research paper, you are writing, this is a Word document.
Okay.
This is a simple Word document which I have opened. It is a docs file I have opened. And then within that docs file, I clicked on the references. In the references, I clicked on the Mendeley site. That's it.
Okay.
Fine. So once you click on the Mendeley site, it will appear alongside your Word document.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Got it. See, if you will open a new doc, if I open a new blank doc, this is a blank doc. I will go to the references. Once I go to the references, I will click on the Mendeley site. The Mendeley site will open side by side. See? It will open.
Oh, okay.
Got my point? So if I start writing it here, and I want to add a reference alongside, I'll simply select it and insert it. And it's done. Okay, you got my point?
Okay. Yeah, ma'am. Sure.
So it is better. I always recommend when you are writing a research paper, write it alongside, add your citations. Because at the end, it becomes very difficult to recall, this thing I have taken from so-and-so paper. So do it side by side. And once you have completed it, then simply go to these 3 dots and click on insert the bibliography. And the bibliography will be inserted. It's very simple. If your paper gets rejected, now the paper wants to be on different reference style, just simply go to citation settings, change the style. Now my style is IEEE. The journal wants in IEEE. I'll simply click. So with just one click, my references are now changed to IEEE. I do not have to do anything. Okay. Any other question, anyone? No questions? So I hope I'm able to clear all the doubts for all of you. So from my side, that's all. And if you still have any questions, you're most welcome to, ask me. If you further get some questions, you can ask me on the LinkedIn. It is with my DR Parul Kumar. You can search me on the LinkedIn as well, and you can ask me any questions there and then as well if you have any problems. And again, any questions right now, most welcome. Otherwise, that's it from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It was a great session.
Thank you so much.
So is there any questions from the participants?
No, thanks. Doctor, I would like to express my sincere thank you, because I attended a lot of Mendeley. I found that their ideas are scribble, and then I follow you. I get it clear, very clear. Thank you.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I could able to see the intense use with the help of Word. Otherwise, I was using Mendeley, but you have given me a good exploration we can do with the help of Mendeley. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Great to hear. Thank you so much.
Can I take one photo, or someone already left?
So Zorul, finally, yes, please.
Thank you so much, and bye bye. Assalamualaikum.